Hey everybody, welcome back to the weekly vlog. This week we're going to be talking about the week's upload schedule and streams, how I fixed the hard-to-read text in Crusader Kings 2, so don't worry about that, the great tips to improve in Civilization 6 video that I made last week, and some community polling on series to do and YouTube updates type stuff. First with the schedule though, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. is Kanung, Tuesday and Thursday, Resident Evil 6, Saturday and Sunday, that new Crusader Kings 2 playthrough. For 6 p.m. on Monday, we have the Evil Genius stream recording, Wednesday, Thea the Awakening, and Tuesday and Thursday, more Crusader Kings 2. And for the streams of the week, we have at 4 p.m. Crusader Kings 2 on Tuesday, Evil Genius on Saturday, and Thea the Awakening on Sunday. As for TAD, past the $10 goal, so once again, TAD is an application where you can use your phone or your browser, linked in the description, to watch some advertisements and get me paid and unlock the things you see on screen right now. Crusader Kings 2! So a few people got really mad at me on the Crusader Kings 2 series I just started as the Sheik of Mecca because it's really hard to read. And it is really hard to read, I agree with you. I didn't know it was an issue until I looked back at the footage in editing, and I'm like, well, crap, because I can't just go and redo it, and there's nothing I could do in post to fix it, because if you zoom it in, it literally doesn't become any better on legibility. So, I'm going to tell you first how I fixed it in super brief, then I'm going to give you the more technical stuff if you're interested. A super brief version of how I'm fixing it on next Tuesday's stream is I'm upping the resolution of the stream, and I am getting rid of all the usual streaming overlay stuff that I would do just for that game specifically, because it's especially hard to read. I've already tested this to make sure that'll fix it. It fixes it 100%, so you don't need to worry about that. The technical side for why it came out looking so bad is that my streams, up until a few streams ago, were always in 720p. And the reason why I did that is I stream at a fairly low bit rate of 3.5 megabyte per second. The reason for that is I'm not a partner on Twitch, and so I only get transcoding options sometimes. Transcoding options being you having the ability to pick different qualities. And I have a lot of viewers who watch in countries that don't have very good internet, so I don't want to exclude them from watching the stream just because they don't have very good internet where they live. Now, if I were to do 1080p on the stream, then having that lower bitrate would be more noticeable. So usually, that's not a problem. It does mean that on YouTube that it's 720p and then I stretch it out to 1080, which means it wouldn't look quite as good. So basically I got a new monitor, which is 1440p, which is 2 standard resolutions above 720. It's brought down to 720, and then there's the overlay taking about 25%, and then it's stretched back out. It became illegible. Weirdly enough, I don't think anyone told me during the stream, or at least no one told me early enough that it was illegible, which is really confusing to me. Also, there was some sound issues with my elbows being loud on the table. That bugged the shit out of me listening back to it, and I've quickly fixed that. I don't know why no one complained about it at the time, considering I thought it was really annoying to listen to. That was just a problem with I increased the compression on my audio interface, and it increased the gain too, and I hadn't anticipated it causing that much of a rumble. So I fixed it. All I did was the streams are now in 1080, so it never needs to be stretched back out, and I'm making it full screen for that game because it has all that small text. Normally it's really unnecessary to get rid of the overlay stuff. In fact, the whole point of me having the overlay how I have it is so I can have the webcam and I can have the chat on screen, because it's such a big part of the show once it goes up on YouTube is having you guys talking on it and my face for the reactions and everything. But I don't want it to ever cover up the game. I want you to be able to see the whole game. Well, I have to get rid of it for that series because I don't want to cover any of the game by having the chat or the webcam still on it, but I want it to be legible, because the whole point of you being able to see the game is that you can see the game. So for that game specifically, that's what I'm doing. I also have it on 1080p, both for the YouTube recording and for the live stream. It'll be much more legible. So I'm really sorry about that problem. I don't know why no one told me at the time, but honestly, I should have checked it ahead of time. It's just, I had just gotten this new monitor, so the resolution was higher, and the UI scaling in Crusader Kings 2 is not the best in the world. It makes it really, really small. Is just something that didn't even come to mind, that new resolution would make it just impossible to read. So sorry about that. It'll be totally fixed from episode 5 onwards. So 7 great tips to improve in Civilization 6. I just kind of spur of the moment started making a script for that last week. I think like the very end of the week before that. I saw some Fortnite videos called like, top tips for Fortnite or whatever, and I'm like, they clickbait the hell out of it and everything, but I'm like, you know what? I bet you I could make a video like that, but really good and for a game that I'm more knowledgeable on. Obviously, Fortnite's really, really popular right now. I've never played it. I'd probably like it. But I'd rather do stuff that I'm really knowledgeable on. If I'm going to be giving tips, I need to be pretty confident in it. And I've been playing Civ games for a very, very, very long time. I'm an immortal difficulty player on Civ 4 and 5, or sorry, 5 and 6. On 4, the difficulties are a lot more difficult. So that's the second hardest difficulty. I have beaten Deity on Civilization 5, and I don't remember if I got around to doing it on 6 yet. But I mostly play on Immortal difficulty, which is the second hardest. And I thought, you know what, I know a lot of tips that can help people out. So I made that video, and I'm really, really happy with how it came out. It doesn't have very many viewers, and I'll get into a little bit of that in the next topic. But I feel like it has a lot of potential to spread. Like, if people were to like share it with friends or put on Reddit or something, like I feel like it has the ability to spread, it just needs to get out there. Unfortunately, it's not really up there in the search rankings as far as I can tell, which is a shame. But I think I want to make more of those. I already have a playlist for them, and I'm already working on the next one, which is on the Guild 2. It's like 6 or 7 tips I have written down so far. I might make more, but it's just great tips on the Guild 2 Renaissance, on tips that you can take into the game to be better at the game. And it's kind of the same thing as the Civilization one I did, where it's strange things you might not think about right away, but are really, really helpful. Not really meant for people who are like just getting into the game necessarily, but it's just helpful things that you might not have thought of. Before I get into the last topic, though, I want to do the Patreon shoutouts for the week. These are all the people who are pledging $10 or above on Patreon. Ghazali, Mad Librarian, Fire Biscuit, Zandak, Taco Man, Play Bogart, Night Fury 15, The Jedstar, Jetstream, Conkdonk, Sophia Orr, Killrain, Victor, Wolf20KO, One Savvy Siren, Shauna, Tim, Curran Cyan Nolan, Lemonhead, Morgan, Disastra, Josh Brown, and Emmeth. Thank you so much for your continued support. So, the Kanung playthrough and the Resident Evil 7 playthrough aren't getting very many views, and I genuinely don't know if it's just because people aren't that into it, or if it's because how YouTube just updated how the bell... I fucking hate the bell, having to explain what the bell is. Okay, there's a bell icon next to the subscribe button on YouTube. It's a fairly new thing. It's been out for a few months. And you can click it, and it will make sure that you actually get notified that I upload things on my channel. Now, I know that sounds really fucking stupid, because you're already subscribed to me, and you're like, well, what the fuck? I subscribed because I want to see your videos. What the fuck is the bell for, then? Dude, I don't know. The bell seems to basically be the subscribe button. It's essentially you hit subscribe, and then if you hit the bell, that's the confirmation of, are you sure, though? Like it... Ah, God, it sucks. I don't know what they're doing anymore. But now they updated the bell again. I heard that this update went out like a month ago for some people, but it just hit for me, so I don't know if it's like hitting country by country and Canada just got it. I don't know. But now when I click the bell, I have 3 settings. It's to get all notifications on a channel, occasional, or none. I don't know. I think when you hit subscribe, it's by default on occasional. What the fuck the point of subscribe but none is, I don't know. That just sounds like not being subscribed to me. And then I think they email you. I get emailed about some people's videos, which is really useful because I check my emails a lot. I guess check your bell settings, but the more important thing is, I have a straw poll in the description. Are you seeing Kanung and Resident Evil 7 and you're just not interested, so you're not watching them? Or are you just not seeing that those videos are going up? It's totally cool if you're just not into those videos. Like, if you're not into those videos, maybe we can do like a poll next week and sub in some other series instead. Like, I have so much I want to do. Like, if I'm looking at my list right now, I want to do Stardew Valley because I've never done it on the show, and I really enjoyed that game back before the big update that was like a year ago now, where it added all kinds of new starting farms, so I wouldn't mind getting back into it and starting a new farm. I want to do Deadly Premonition one day because I love that game. I want to do some stuff on Warlords Battlecry 3 because it's such a goofy, fun game. I want to show you guys Hammer and Sickle because, again, it's a really obscure, really fun game. I want to do like a co-op playthrough of Resident Evil Remake with somebody. Like, I want to find somebody who's never played it and have them do co-commentary with me playing it on like some hard difficulty, because that'd be really cool. I want to do Harvest Moon, It's a Wonderful Life. It was an old GameCube and PlayStation 2 one that I really, really liked. There's so many things that I want to do on the channel, and like, I really like the stuff that I'm doing right now with Kanang and Resident Evil 7. In fact, I've beaten all of 7 so that I could avoid spoilers. I just beat ahead of time when I'm uploading it now. But, you know, if you guys aren't feeling these playthroughs, I can always, like, you know, just have those be the occasional little bonus thing and have things you're more into going up. I mean, Commander Unnamed just sent me Far Cry 5, so I've been recording that. I'm about 6 or 7 episodes into recording that. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've barely done any of the main story, and that might be why, because I did 3 and 4 and I hated the main story. But the sandboxing is really fun, and the AI is the fucking dumbest AI I've seen in a video game in a long time. Dumb to a hilarious degree. As soon as they get in a vehicle, they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Planes fly into each other. Vans of enemies will drive into mopeds of enemies and just kill each other. I saw a guy get on a moped and then just start reversing slowly off a pier into the water, waterlogging his vehicle, and then swimming away. I think he got eaten by an animal or something. Like, I don't know. I've got a playthrough of Factorio where I'm teaching my friend Truth how to play Factorio, so you can learn along with the playthrough and everything. Like, I've got all kinds of things that I could do. So if you're just not into Resident Evil 7 and Kanang, by all means vote and let me know. But if you're not seeing the videos and you'd like to watch them, let me know in the straw poll that you just haven't been seeing them, because I've been dropping off in views a lot in terms of the modern stuff, not in like the old stuff. Most of my views come in from like old series that got popular and that they're just high up in search terms. But the stuff I'm uploading daily has dropped off in views a lot, and I don't know if that was YouTube changing a thing or if it's just you guys aren't into these games. So let me know in the straw poll below, and if you're just not into these things, we can figure out a solution for that. Anyway, I need to get back on recording some footage for that Guild 2 tips and tricks video and everything that I'm working on. I'm going to need a lot of really, really, really specific footage for that video. Like, I need to find footage of me going to war in it, which is a random event that's actually quite rare. So there's weirdly specific things I need footage of, and it's going to take me a while to do, but maybe next week that video will be coming out. I don't know 100%. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.